Another stability shoe going over 50 miles. Very interesting. Great job, Puma. It's rare, actually, it's not too often that Come on now. Unbelievable. Can you believe it? Another stability shoe arriving in the Studio 1.5. Oh boy, getting a little dirt. This shoe's a little dirty, a little muddy out there these days. A little dirt on my computer here. Oh boy, here we go. The Puma Eternity. A gentle stability road running shoe from Puma. Is this my last Puma shoe of 2021? I think it is. I think I've done 5 or 6. In fact, so much so, I've created a Puma playlist. So if you haven't seen the other Puma shoes of 2021, whew, they really threw down. And thank you for sending them, Puma. I think it's been 6 months or 7 months of testing. I mean, when they arrived, it was one big box, and there was it felt like 5, 6 pairs of shoes anyway. The playlist is listed down below in the description. Shall we dive in? Let's dive in. Here we go. Oh yeah, by the way, we did take it to 51 miles. So that's another stability shoe going over 50 miles. Very interesting. Great job, Puma. It's rare, actually, it's not too often that I take a stability shoe past 50 miles. Just so you are aware, 9mm drop, 34 in the heel, 25 in the forefoot. I like that drop. And it's okay, maybe it's a little high, but I like that stack height, right in that 34 range. Oh, it's perfect, okay? Let's do the twist test. Actually, before I forget, I'm backing up. Whoa, okay, it is twisting, okay? And that's why it's a gentle, a soft, a relaxed stability shoe, which is probably why I loved it so much. Women's size 8, men's size 9. Weight on your screen. Soak it in. Let's put it into scale. Hold on. I think we're looking at the low 9s or upper 8s. I think it's actually upper 8s. Yes, indeed. 8.8 ounces in my size, which for a stability shoe is solid, okay? So there's my score. For the weight, we're looking at a standard engineered mesh, not crazy breathable. I'd say perfect for the winter time, frankly. And the tongue is perfect. Lockdown score, 7.75 out of 10. The tongue it's like a semi-gusset, full gusset combo. It's interesting, but it lays on top of the foot so well. I like a tongue these days that's a little on the leaner side, but a little bit wider, especially up here at the top, so that it can kind of go down the side of your foot a little bit. It just helps, I think, with the laces laying on top of the foot a little bit so that they're not cutting into, I don't know. You nailed it, Puma. I love this tongue. It's really nice. I'm gonna say plush through the collar, plush through the heel counter, and plush through the heel tab. Not crazy like some Saucony shoes that I tested, what was it, 2020? But it is very comfortable there through that heel pocket area, okay? Let's do it's stout, but not crazy stout through that heel counter test. Overall score, we're going 7 out of 10 for that upper, which is, I guess, standard. Probably, okay, I do remember now why. A little bit sloppy there through the end of the eyelet chain. Good eyelet chain. They could clean up this toe box and vamp area. It's just maybe a little too much material there at the end of the eyelet chain. We're looking at the Nitro Foam midsole, a supercritical nitrogen-infused midsole. And I love it. It's just like all those little gas they infuse into that midsole during the production process. I don't understand it completely, but it's amazing. You've got this run guide, a little more firm midsole material here, wrapping around on the inside, the medial side of your foot to give you that stability. Again, I'll just say right now, this is made for somebody who only needs a slight correction in your foot strike, not a huge one. You don't see it as much these days. I can't even think. It's basically a piece of plastic, that goes on the inside there. It's not as common these days, which I think is a good thing. Like the Brooks Beast, I think is right. A shout out, a throwback, which I think they still make that shoe. Anyway, it's a gentle stability shoe for stability runners who just need a little bit of correction through their gait cycle. All right, overall score, it's not as high as I'd like, only because I don't see the midsole lasting forever and ever. I can already see, oh yeah, let's do the durometer, okay? It's nice. It's got a little bit of just the right amount of forgiveness, but not too much, but I don't see that midsole lasting forever and ever. Puma grip rubber on the outsole. There's my score. The reason it's not in the 7s is because, again, for a stability shoe, you might want a little bit of a firmer rubber there, especially on the medial side for that overpronation, okay? So I could see some stability runners being like, I don't know if that's enough for me. So that's why the score is not in the 7s. Fit, true to size, there you go, standard score, comfort, 8.5. Oh yeah. I almost could have given it a 9 actually, but I'll go with 8.5. The upper, the midsole, it's a comfortable stability shoe, which is why I loved it so much. All right, positives and drawback. Positive is the comfort, drawback is the durability, and that prediction for how long it's going to last, I'm going with 350. All right, 350. That's kind of some shoes I put in the 300s, like at 300, and it's like no dice. Some Skechers shoes, sadly. 350 is like a little better. Anything over, you want to at least hit 400 in your running shoes. So I'm going with 350. I don't think you're going to get a ton more mileage out of that midsole past 350 miles. Okay, how will I use this shoe? Who is the best for? I'm going to go daily trainer, but also tempo because it's for stability runners out there, because it is on the lighter side for a stability shoe. Again, keeping in mind everything I already said about what you might need for your personal gait cycle. Price point, oh my, there it is, $120. Come on, 9 out of 10, epic. That's probably the best price point I've seen of 2021 for a stability shoe. Okay, there you go. Other shoes to buy. It's kind of in a league of its own, but I am gonna say the Vongo V5 is kind of the closest I could figure out as far as stability running shoes that I've tested in 2021. All right, there you go. And the shoe quick specs for the Puma Eternity. Soak it in one more time. 8.8 ounces in my size. All right, engineered mesh, nitro foam, and that $120 price point. 7.45 out of 10. It might be the highest of 2021. We shall see once we get that matrix published for all of you. Thanks for tuning in. Comment of the day, question of the day. Here we go. Robert Harridge. I believe this is being pulled. It's actually a very long comment, so I'm not going to read all of it. I think it's being pulled from the last Puma shoe I tested. Was it the Velocity? I believe it was. Oh, yes, it is. The Velocity Nitro is by far one of my favorite daily trainers. It feels almost Nova Blast-like to me. I don't know if I'd go that far, but I must say I do remember enjoying the Velocity. Maybe not as bouncy, but it probably has the most comfortable lockdown of any of my shoes. Yeah, Puma's nailing it. I would put the Puma Magnify Nitro against the New Balance More V3 or Nike Invincible. Interesting. Did I test the Magnify Nitro? I don't even recognize that shoe. The toe box is narrow in the Magnify, and it's a heavy shoe. Okay, good to know, Robert. You're ahead of the game as far as I don't think I've tested the Magnify. Puma, if you're watching, I'll test the Magnify next, all right, in 2022. Thanks for tuning in. Oh yeah, question of the day. What's the most underrated product or running product right now? What's the most underrated product in general or running product? So that really opens it up. I mean, you could go any direction right now. I'm trying to think of like some tools in the kitchen that are just like, that's what comes to mind for me. Like, what's a good tool in the kitchen that's just underrated? Or a tool, who knows? You let me know down in the comments, everyone. Onward and upward. I hope you're having a great time of year, wherever you're at with your loved ones. Resting, I hope. Enjoying this time. I know I am. All right, onward and upward. Here we go. We will toss it to the Puma running shoe playlist. Puma running shoe playlist right there, right there, right there. All right, Sleep Beauty. Work hard. Love each other. See you tomorrow.